Hi. Today I'm going to give you a really simple tip of how you can improve your relationships. Now, if you're single, don't automatically switch off because these are skills that are going to help you in the future. But before I get started, I want to talk about how our brain works. Now, when we're learning a new skill or we meet someone new, we're paying extra attention to everything, right? You met the person that you're in a relationship. You want to know everything about them. You can spend hours and hours talking about what they like, what they don't like, their hopes, their dreams, literally just enjoying getting to know them. Same with when you learn a new skill. You're hyper focused on getting that skill down pat. But what happens for our brain is once you know that skill or know that person, the brain stops paying so much attention. Now, it's because we're bombarded by so much information, right? That if we literally had to focus on every bit of information that comes into our brain, we would be overwhelmed. So, how the brain works when it comes to a skill at work, perfect. You can go on autopilot. But when it comes to your relationships, it's not the best thing for them because you stop paying attention. And the reality is, as humans, we don't stay the same. I don't stay the same, my partner doesn't stay the same. And it's really important to pay attention to each other and each other's world because all of us in relationships, the one thing that we really enjoy is being seen, heard, and understood. Now, if people aren't paying attention to what's going on in your world and the changes, you're not going to feel seen, heard, and understood, right? And do you know, like, have you ever, I don't know, if you ever got a gift at Christmas, maybe you're difficult to buy for, and people have come by this perfect gift for you, and you open it the first time you love it. Then they give you the same gift for the next 5 years. And by the fifth year, you no longer love that thing, but they don't realize because they're taking that information at a fixed point in time. You don't want to do that in any of your relationships. You want to be open, you want to be curious, and you pay attention to your partner's inner world because let's face it, life and relationships can get tough. But when we feel heard and understood and seen by the person we're in a relationship with, it's going to make our relationship stronger. Now, what I want to talk about is something you might have heard of love languages, but I'm going to talk about love maps. And it was a term coined by the Gottman Institute. And if you listen to me, you would know that I absolutely love their stuff because they're not just giving relationship opinions or facts. They've researched genuine real life couples over a 40-year period to see what works and which relationships that lasted the things that they did. And one of the things is love maps. And people who have strong love maps have really strong, healthy relationships. So what's a love map? A love map is all of the details of your partner's world. So it's everything about them so they feel seen, heard, and understood, right? And to know someone is to love them. So having a very rich love map, knowing the person that you're with, and being generally curious about them, not thinking they're fixed and unchangeable. So love maps are anything from the big things to the small things, like how do they like their coffee? How do they like their tea? Do they like a lot of dressing on their salad? What are their hopes and dreams? What are the things that stress them? What are the things they genuinely enjoy? All of those things, all of the little details about that person. And what you want to do is not just hear them once and think that you know everything about the person. It's about being genuinely curious. So I'm going to ask you a question. How do you think, or how well do you think you know your partner? I'm going to give you a series of 20 questions that you ask yourself and your partner answers. If you score 10 and above, you're doing pretty well. If you score 10 and below, you've got some work to do. And when I say work, getting to know someone should never feel like a chore. It's a fun thing to do. If you love and care about someone, of course you want to know those details of their lives. And it really is, whatever you score, it might just bring some awareness into your relationship about what you do and don't understand about your partner. Now, it was interesting when I did this with my partner. Before I was doing the video, I'm like, oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I was asking it first thing in the morning, not the time to ask the questions. But the thing that struck me, there was one question, is what is your partner's childhood trauma? You know, the most impactful childhood trauma. Now, when we met, we'd shared that, both of us. And I thought I knew what his would be. And I guessed one of them, but not the most powerful. And the same with the other way around. He guessed what he thought would be my most impactful, but to me it wasn't my most impactful, which brought about a great conversation and really deepening the connection of what you know about someone, and maybe the impact that that trauma had had on them that you hadn't really anticipated. Because maybe we see things through our eyes, like if those series of circumstances happen to us, well, one thing might have been more traumatic to us than it was to them, and vice versa. So being genuinely curious will definitely strengthen your relationship. So I'm going to go through these questions with you and take the time. Like I said, don't do it at a time where you've both got some time to have a conversation, not when you're rushing with the kids or first thing in the morning or you've had a bad day. Set aside some time where you can enjoy it, and it's not a chore, it's actually getting to, I don't know, see how you're doing in your relationship to start with, see what you know, and then go from there. So I'm going to read the questions to you. And I don't have my glasses on, and reading is, you know, it always feels very uncomfortable when we read stuff for public reading in school. So number 1, I can name my partner's best friends. Number 2, I can tell you what stresses my partner is currently facing. Number 3, I know the names of some of the people who have been irritating my partner lately. Number 4, I can tell you some of my partner's life dreams. Number 5, I'm very familiar with my partner's religious beliefs and ideas. Number 6, I can tell you about my partner's life philosophy and belief. Number 7, I can list the relatives my partner likes the least. Number 8, I know my partner's favourite music. Number 9, I can list my partner's 3 favourite movies. Number 10, my partner is familiar with my current stresses. Number 11, I know the 3 most special times in my partner's life. Number 10, I can tell you the most stressful thing that happened to my partner as a child. Number 13, I can list my partner's major aspirations and hopes in life. Number 14, I know my partner's major current worries. Number 15, my partner knows who my friends are. Number 16, I know what my partner would want to do if they suddenly won the lottery. Number 17, I can tell you in detail my first impressions of my partner. Number 18, periodically, I ask my partner about his or her world right now. Number 19, I feel that my partner knows me pretty well. Number 20, my spouse is familiar with my hopes and aspirations. So take the time to ask those questions and let me know how you went. And from there, look, I highly, sorry, I'm digressing. I highly recommend this book, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. And don't get stuck on the marriage word, because you could be living with someone and not married. It's the same concept. So not only do they have those 20 questions, they also have the Love Map 20 questions game, which can be a fun, it's more than 20 questions. There's like 60 questions that you can ask and see how well you've done. And then they have some examples of asking opening, I can't even say my words properly, asking open-ended questions. So the advice is, start paying attention to your partner's world. Start paying attention to the people you care about's world and ask genuine questions. Don't think or make assumptions on how well you know them, because people do change. Anyway, it's been great talking to you today. My name's Debbie Rivers. I'm a relationship coach, and I hope whatever you do today puts a smile on your face. Bye for now.